Hi, I'm Ross Dynamite from rosstraining.com. What I'm going to do in this brief video is give you a tutorial on how to create a suspension trainer from an inexpensive pair of cam buckle tie downs. Now, if you're familiar with my website, you've probably seen a few tutorials posted in the past that use lashing straps to create the suspension trainer. I've had a lot of people email me though from different parts of the world who've been unable to find lashing straps. Some couldn't find lashing straps that were strong enough, and others just didn't want to tie the knots that had been demonstrated in some of the previous tutorials. They didn't feel comfortable tying a knot and then suspending themselves from the unit. So what I wanted to do was show you a way to create one of these suspension trainers without the need for building anything. It comes assembled essentially. What I have here, these are two 10-foot cam buckle tie downs. I bought these at Home Depot for $10. You get 2 per package. The working load limit is 400 pounds with a brake strength of 1,200 pounds. So that's for each strap. So they are fairly strong, stronger than you'll typically find with most lashing straps. Now what you get here, each tie down, there's 2 pieces to the tie down. This short piece here, you can see a cam buckle, and this short piece with the handle on the end. And then there's a longer piece that you just run through your cam buckle, which you can see here. If I kept pulling, I could pull it right out. So you have a hook on each end. So what I do is you just take your hook and just secure it overhead to a pull-up bar here. You could hang them overhead to something like a swing hanger, which is used to actually hang a swing set. Okay, I have one overhead, which you can't see on the camera, but they secure overhead. Okay, now when I put them overhead, I put the cam buckle side up towards the top. Okay, so when I have a handle on the bottom here, the cam buckle is not going to scrape my arm. Now for handles, what I use are these triangular plastic playground ring handles. I've added tape here just to thicken up the handle. I've had these for 8 or 9 years. They're probably cost me around $5. I don't recall exactly. They're pretty easy to find. If you weren't able to find something like this, you could probably make your own handle from something such as PVC for a few dollars. So what I would do though is just, as you can see, it just hooks right on. Okay, again, there's no assembly required. Now, many of the suspension trainers that you see on the market also have foot straps, okay, where you can hook the unit to your leg. For example, I could hook this here and perform a lunge with one leg elevated in the air. So if you wanted to have those straps, all that you'll need is, these are Husky hang-alls, purchased at Home Depot for around $5. This is just a Velcro strap so you can adjust the size of your loop. There's a spring clip that's included, so all that you would do would be to hook your clip to the bottom of the unit, and you can see here, you can adjust the length, hook this around your foot, and you'd be ready to go. Now, back to hooking this overhead. If you didn't have a pull-up bar, you didn't have something where this hook fit, there's a pretty simple workaround. What I have here, this is just a small strip of chain where I've added a spring clip. So suppose this wouldn't fit here. All that you would need to do is take your spring clip, attach it to the closed loop here, and then I would just hang it around and hook the spring clip overhead, and you've got it secured, your straps secured overhead. So pretty easy to find a way to get these secured overhead. They're inexpensive. You can pack these in a gym bag and bring them almost anywhere. In terms of the primary benefits, I'd say that the most useful exercise are probably upper body and core based. There's certainly movements you can perform for the lower body, but if you're already strong there, I wouldn't be expect to be challenged too much, okay, from a maximal strength standpoint. Again, you could hook it to your leg and perform lunges. You could hold the straps if you needed assistance with balance for an exercise like a one-leg squat. There's a couple exercises you can do for the backside, a few of which I'll demonstrate in a few minutes. So, again, a definitely useful piece of equipment, something that can be used by beginners or more advanced athletes. There's always a way to make the exercise more difficult. You can change the angle, okay? You can add a weighted vest. You will work with one arm at a time. So it's not going to be something that you outgrow. So what I'll do now is just demonstrate a few exercises. Certainly not a definitive list, but enough to get you going and keep you challenged.